Hello and welcome to my video. Now this painting I uploaded to YouTube 2 weeks ago, and quite frankly I went a bit overboard with the sky. It's lacking structure, it's a mess really, and I decided that I would just have to admit to this and do the right thing and put it right. So here we go. This blue that I'm putting on the top is phthalo blue. I always forget how to spell it. I think it's phthalo. Who invented a word that has two forms with a th and a th at the beginning? I don't know. But anyway, it's phthalo blue. I'm not adding anything to it, no other colours, just a little bit of oil, just to make it a bit more mobile. And what I'm going to do is put a dark band at the top. This will go down, but that's so far, I suppose. And then I'm going to add royal blue. A little bit of blending first. I don't blend much in my paintings. If I am going to blend at all, it's usually in the sky. So any second now, I hope, I will appear with a lighter colour. This is not royal blue straight from the tube. It's royal blue with a little tiny bit of phthalo blue added, just to make the transition between that and the blue that appears down the bottom a little bit more gentle. So just blocking it in. There's no need to take any trouble over this. Brush is from, if you know of the shops, it's called Cultura. Quite good brushes, quite cheap, as long as you don't mind the odd bristle. And then in a second I will be adding a bit more white, like so. And then as I approach the hills at the bottom, I'm going to put in a little bit of red ochre into the colour, just to sort of so I keep it slightly warm at the bottom. And again here, you don't need to take too much trouble, and you'll see why in a few minutes, well, hopefully in a few seconds, because out will come my big pasting brush. Oh, this I'm just at the bottom of the screen there, you can just see that's how I clean my brushes. I go on about this, this thing about I really don't like turpentine, so I just wipe my brushes on paper towel. Okay, so the red ochre is added to the white with the residue of the royal blue left on the brush. So that's sort of, in fact, what I'm doing, and a lot of, well, I say a lot, but many artists will frown on this because they say, oh, you shouldn't mix on the picture. I don't agree with that. You can mix the paint wherever you like. I've known artists in the past who have photographed their palette when they finish painting and uploaded that to an abstract site, and everybody thinks they're wonderful. Make of that what you will. A little bit more blending at the top, very, very loose. The only slightly tight bit of the painting, in fact, is what I did 2 weeks ago, and that's the light between the trees at the bottom. There's one of my pasting brushes. I'm going to use two in this, this one and a smaller one, just to sort of pull all the colours together, but so that I can get the brush completely clean. When I start blurring the white, I will use a new brush completely. Normally I wouldn't worry too much about that, but on this one I want to keep it quite fresh. So I'm maintaining, yes, now this is all the wiping you need, just a quick swipe. And then dragging the paint up away from the horizon. I actually put some of this colour onto the mountains, but I'll be getting rid of that later with a piece of paper. That's the good thing about working on a dry painting sometimes, just for the sky. If you do make any refinements to it, you can just clear away where you've gone too far at the bottom. You can just sort of go back to the original. Okay, the knife. So I'm going to dab on a little bit of white paint, and it's just pure white. It's titanium white. I always use titanium white, and just random streaks really. You'll notice maybe in this video that there's quite a lot of cuts and blends, and I've done this to try and keep me out of the picture as much as possible. It doesn't matter how hard I try, once I start painting, it's almost like I forget the camera is there. And I know people are going to say, well, set the camera off at an angle, but when I do that, it's such a distorted picture, and the focus is only on the center of the picture. It's blurry at the edges, so I'd rather have the camera pointing full on. Okay, this is the big one, and I'm just looking at the handle because also people ask me about where the brushes come from, and I'm just checking that, and there's nothing written on the handle. So, but I bought it in a Monsieur Bricolage shop in France. So if you're in France, all you've got to do is go to one of those shops. So I'm sort of blurring away here, turn the brush on its side, whip along the horizon, a little bit of glow under the clouds, just above the mountains. This is one of the easiest skies you can do. Oh, and I just should say this. I'm often saying you'll never see me paint white fluffy clouds. By that I mean the sort of rounded topped clouds that people tend to over stylize. I don't mind streaky wispy things like this on a blue background. I think that's quite a nice effect, but yeah, I don't do the cumulus nimbus cauliflower in the sky look. Really don't like that. So I'm going to repeat something that I said in my last video when I was teaching. Take the clouds off the edge of the picture. It's much more realistic. Okay, now the picture looks like it's wobbling about as I do this, but I'm hardly touching it. When you get to this stage, you've just got to skim over the white that you've added without affecting the blue, if you can do it. It's a bit of a knack to it, but you know, anyone can learn it. It's just a gentle touch, I guess. The colour with the red ochre mixed with the blue gives you that slightly warm, well, I don't know, is it warm? Yes, it's slightly warm, mushroomy grey colour, which is not too bad actually. It's quite an interesting colour. That's a very, very small amount of Payne's grey there. I started to put it on and then I decided it wasn't really necessary, so I just almost blended it away so it's hardly visible. Sometimes clouds need that, sometimes they don't. I'm very well aware that I do go quite overboard with skies. I get comments from people saying it looks like the end of the world and stuff like that, which doesn't particularly worry me. I don't mind at all what people say, as long as they're polite. Anyway, back to this. So a few more little bits of white, just a quick zip across there with a palette knife. As I do these streaky skies, there's a danger when people do this of making the streaks too long. So I'm now using my oval wash brush just to sort of break up the lines a little bit. That'll become more apparent in a minute as I use more diagonal strokes. Okay, we're coming to the end of the video. I've had big trouble again with my camera on this. You may notice the picture's going from light to dark. I tried hitting the auto exposure lock, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I'm not quite sure what to do, but I'll figure something out. So we're coming to the end. The photograph you'll see in a minute with some details will give you a better representation of what I ended up with. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've learnt something as usual, and if you want to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button and you'll be notified when I next upload a video. So there we are. There's also a little extra at the end of this video about what's up and coming. So hang around and I'll see you next time. Don't know why I'm saying goodbye because I'm not going yet. So anyway, here's the picture as it is now. I hope you'll agree, much fresher looking sky. And here comes a couple of details, just a little bit closer in so you can see the brush strokes. And a little bit closer, I think. Now, so next time I'm going to work on this. This is something that's unfinished. I painted the river, the grass, the trees. I didn't put in a sky. So next time I'll be putting in a sky for this one. And also, this is a painting just coming up that I've just sold. And I'm going to paint something similar to this. So it'll be 2 videos in one for the next time. So see you and have a nice day wherever you are. Bye for now.